Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a bench press day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, be greatly appreciated. So, bench strength coming back up, all the pause benching is paying off. Plus side, my shoulders feel great, right? I'm not doing anything that can aggravate them, which means I should be able to get my squats back up here shortly. Just need to build my quads back up and yeah, start experimenting a little with bar positions with how the shoulders feel now. We'll get on top of that. Benching though going good, 335 for a non-max. This is just a nice, good training max. Got a 2-second pause, drove it up, no sticking point. You guys saw I tapped that left upright on the lockout a little bit. I need to work on that, but that's okay. I can live with that. All right, I went up 5 pounds on the 5x5, and I did supersets with normal barbell rows today. I did them with normal barbell rows, and I'll get into that a little bit here shortly. So all of these I did on pause. The final sets I tried to do longer pauses. So we did 255 for a 5x5 after that training max. They felt really, really good. Everything is feeling secure. Everything's feeling good with the benching. The strength is coming back up every single week. It wasn't long ago, even 315 was grinding again. Now 335, nice and clean. I probably could have gone for another attempt, but I'm gonna keep it as training maxes. No point in missing them. So I had said last time I really kind of wanted to do barbell rows, but I was going to continue to do dumbbell rows because they work so well. But here's the thing that I have to factor in. My low back recovery is doing great, right? I'm doing my reverse hypers. Everything feels good. And I know that I get tremendous carryover from the rows to my deadlifts. Also, it will probably help a little bit with some of that little bit of chest cave I'm seeing on the squats. So it's kind of a double win as long as I can recover from them. And that's usually my only issue with barbell rows. I'm a big fan. I love just plain standing barbell rows like that. I'm a massive fan of them. I haven't been doing them very often because I'm wanting to keep the low back recovered, because that's the downside. Depending on how much deadlifting you are doing, they can be a recovery issue. However, look at my overall training volumes. My overall training volumes are in the good range now. Everything is being kept in that 10 to 20 sets per week range. I'm in that sweet spot. Recovery is on point. Sleep is good. Sleeping a ton. My diet is mostly carb-based, which works wonders for recovery. Because that's part of the issues I run into also, when I've messed around with different setups in my diet. Performance can suffer. Recovery can suffer. Really, carbohydrates work wonders for me, right? They work wonders for me personally in terms of just recovery, the ability to train well, right? So I'm finding that, my low back feels good. My posterior chain feels good. None of it's really being overused. I can get away with the rows. I think they're actually better as an overall developer than a lot of the chest supported stuff. But the chest supported stuff lets you recover easier with the low back. So it's really what we're balancing. So it's kind of the thing when we talk about lifts. People will ask me, hey, what's the best lift here and there? Well, there isn't. Every lift that you do is based around what the rest of your training looks like. What's happening with your overall stimulus everywhere through the body? What does your overall recovery look like? Hey, this is how we fit exercises in. And it's not that one is good or bad. I get that a lot when I change tricep exercises. People always go, so do you prefer this now over that? No, I think those are all good exercises. I think extensions where you go behind the head while laying are great. I think skull crushers to the forehead are great. I think J-arm presses are great. They're all really amazing tricep builders. However, they create fatigue different. They affect recovery different. You see where we're going with that? It's the same with a lot of the rowing. Are barbell rows good? Are dumbbell rows good? Are pull-ups good? Yes. They're all good. It's the question of what's going on with the totality of your training. And I feel like I'm at the point where recovery is so good that I can do some of these bigger, more full body exercises right now. I feel like I can get away with them. I feel like I can recover from them. So I need to glean the benefits of that overlap. And what suffers the most on those, probably grip and biceps relative to the dumbbells. I don't think the back has worked any less. But I can just do curls. So it's like I've been doing hammer curls because of the other rows. I can just do normal curls. Get a little more bicep. I decided I'm going to continue to do a little rep work on pulling. My deadlift days, I feel like I benefit from doing a little bit of volume. Well, that'll handle a lot more of my grip. I started doing dead hangs a little bit again. That'll handle the grip. Right? I'm not as dependent upon the rows to develop 100% of my grip in that case. So we can go back to doing these. And if I need to, I'll take them over to axle bar stuff. Part of me wants to start doing pull-ups or chin-ups again. But my shoulders are in such a good place now that I don't know that I want to compromise that. Just like a lot of me wants to do overhead pressing. I would love to do overhead pressing. But I'm in a place where my shoulders are pain-free. It's going to be necessary for me to get my squat back up. Deadlift has been the only thing that's back where it should be since I've gotten sick, right? Pulling over 600 again. Right? This benching needs to be up past 350 again. The squatting needs to be above 500 again. Okay, I had a point not that long ago where I was getting close to a 550 squat again. Right? We need to see that, and I need the shoulders healthy. By healthy, I mean no inflammation. And as far as shoulder work today, I didn't do any. I did 5 sets of rows, 5 sets of benching. There's plenty of delt work in there. Last bench day, I did do some upright rows. I think the one before, I did some lateral raises. And I might come through and do one of those again. Just for some reps, a finish off set if I need to here and there. Or if I feel like they're lacking, I can start adding, up to 5 sets of workout. Right, get 8 to 10 sets a week if I need to. I'm just going to play it based on how I feel day to day. But again, we could make the case that it's not necessary. So JM presses. I'm trying to focus on getting a longer range of motion on those, getting closer to the face, so I only went with 135 today. And that's the thing with JM presses. I feel like they carry over to my bench massively. People would say, well, didn't you just do some extension and your bench is going up? Yeah, but for weeks before that, I was doing JM presses with a fair amount of volume again. How much did that contribute? Okay. I think that contributed because we were doing it just a little bit ago, a couple weeks back. Well, what you're doing a couple weeks ago is what determines how you're doing now. If you change a variable and you hit a PR a week later, as far as the hypertrophy, I don't know that the new variable matters. We're always riding off what we did a few weeks ago, what we've adapted to. And I've always found the JM press has a great carryover to my benching as far as tricep movements go. I think a lot of the other movements are good just for getting them bigger, and they will get them stronger. But I always noticed that JM press. When I'm strong at JM presses, I hit the biggest benches. What was I doing with JM presses when I got to the 365 bench last year? I was pretty strong on the JM presses. And then I finished up with 1 set of band press downs just to keep the tendons healthy. If I'm going to push progression and range of motion on those JM presses, I need to keep the elbow tendons healthy. So we finished up here. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.